while we were gone, I was able to plug in some of the main player names for the Miami Dolphins, who we'll be playing as. So you'll definitely see Dan Marino. Let's go to our running season. Let's check it out. Well, we destroyed them 58-3. First game, Indianapolis. Yeah, that's week 1. All right, we're going against New York. Giants or Jets? That's hard to tell in this game. I can't really be certain. New York. Which New York is in that division? C. Dolphins division. Bills, New England, New York Jets. Okay, that's the Jets. All right, let's get them. All that simulation. Yeah, we're not going to have the same fault as last season. We had the Detroit Lions losing the Super Bowl to the Buffalo Bills, so that was the prior season. Like I said, we're playing as the Miami Dolphins now. As you can see, the name clearly titles it. Peace, Stojanovic. And they really want to kick it off to us. That's crazy. Oh no, they want to receive it. I'm sorry. Stojanovic is my kicker. I'm still trying to get my peoples down. Here we go. Waterman. All right. So I did plug in a few of my defensive guys. Oliver, 25, definitely. We had to put him in. How fast he is. I don't think he has much speed, much power, but he is very, very fast. He's one of my main men. Also, I put in there, was it Brewer? I just know Brewer did some shit last game. Oh. Did he get it? No, what? Oh no, folks. Jay McCorkle is down for the New York Jets. That's horrible to see. You never want to see that. Want to see him lose. You want to see him lose yardage, all that good stuff. But injuries, it's just it's part of the game nobody want to talk about. Oof. Miami Dolphins defense holds in tight against New York Jets. Jets are going to go ahead and punt it. Brewer. Oh, I thought they were going to block it. Very close, very close. Malone. Oh my gosh, what a shot in the backfield. So let's see if we have our guys named right. That's right, Marino, Higgs, Breyer. And both of these guys, I had to look it up statistically, they're both good. Their running back and their fullback is pretty good. So I'm going to have to be going through both of them this season. I have options. And Marino has the fastest pass speed out of all quarterbacks in Tecmo Super Bowl Throwback. So there should be no issues like last year. So let's try some deep bombs. Marino. Oh! What? Go! He's on his feet! I can't believe it! 52-yard gain. Marino is not playing. Yeah, that shit was collapsing. I hope we can maintain a run. We have to maintain a run game of some sort. Oh! Irving Breyer. Let's get it. Marino is going to sling balls out here this season. This offense should be definitely moving on all cylinders. I want to see them establish a run game, though. They're probably going to have to change their plays up. Get a couple of pitches in there, a couple of screens if we do pass plays. Get our running backs involved. Oh, Stoyanovich misses a tackle. Jets are going to get this at the 26. Holding on to Oliver tight. That looked like a good blitz. Who's going to take the sack on that? Jay Tajada. Ready. So funny to say it like that. Oh, Bruin down. And he is not the guy to be using. I keep forgetting that. Oh, goodness. Oh. 14-yard gain. Well, it looks to me like the Jets are actually putting up a fight here. They're going to move up the field a bit. We know that Miami's defense is not top-notch, but it's not the worst of the league. I like to say more or less the middle of the pack. And those kind of defenses will get you by because they're mainly hanging on the hands of their offense. Deep pass. Kyle Ingram. Oliver stops him. 12-yard gain. 3rd and 1. Well, Miami's going to have to stop the run, apparently, because I know that's what's coming. Oh! Nope. Couldn't stop it. 4-yard gain. Jets. Now, this is the kind of game you want to establish, too, you know, because this is, the Jets are in Miami's division, so it kind of behooves you to win these games and get it across quickly. Set the tone. 1-yard loss. Oliver meets him at the line. Ooh. Almost had an open receiver there. 3rd and 10. They haven't really put up yards here. Let's see where they go with this. And they're going to blitz Oliver. Catches him at the line. Portillo. All right, 4th and 9. They're going to be forced to punt. Ooh, almost field goal range. That's the crazy thing about that. And no, looks like Malone's going to sit on that for a touchback. Miami has the ball again. Didn't take long last time for them to really score. Like we said, I'm really interested to see which run plays they're going to devise and run with. Yeah, I like that. Marino at the 20. Back to pass. Look at that pass speed. Fryer. Dodging tackles. 24-yard gain. I'm telling you right now. Are we speaking MVP? This is his 10th year in the league right now. And Marino is hunting for an MVP and a playoff win. And a Super Bowl win to add to the legacy, which he never got. But we're going to see if we can induct a new legacy for him. His number 1 receiver looks open. Marino out to Fryer. Deep, he gets it. Fryer. Oh, first down. 41-yard gain. Where's this run game they should be establishing? Oh, there it is. Eggs. Right up the middle. Well, I mean, how much of a run game would you really need if Dan Marino was throwing? I mean, the speed on these balls. I'm surprised these receivers are even able to hold on to it. Waterman. back to get it. He's actually going to take it out of the end zone. Interesting. 7-yard gain. Looks like he's at the 7. If this defense applies the pressure, they might be able to swing the pendulum then they're a favor. Oliver. Blitz. They meet him at the line. 2-yard gain. New York's going to call a timeout. More interesting than not. Sajada. Oh, wow, that guy's quick. I forgot he is a guy. That's another defensive player I had. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, that's why I said, wow, he's fast. Who is this guy? Yeah. I forgot I plugged him in, too. Oof, there's a lot going on over there. I'm surprised that quarterback went with that. He's going to have to end up punting it. 4th and 5. Oh, Sajada hits the ground hard. 82 Malone's going to have time to receive and run it back. Just too many defenders on him. Going to get 4 yards and go down swiftly. Well, it's time for them to open up. Let's see how they do it. One in the backfield, Marino looks like he's ready to pass. No, it's a run. Briars. 9-yard gain. Now that fooled the defense because it fooled me. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're trying to implement their run game, and that's exactly what they should be doing. Marino's pass was blocked. Well, that's a shocker. 2 seconds left. 3rd and 1. Like they're just going to run it. At the time to go out with that one. And we're at the halftime, folks. No. Miami 14, New York 0. Marino is shooting them out there. 80% completion percentage with 148 yards out there. While Worrell for New York is only completing 40% of his pass for only 26 yards. Fryer's more or less the talk of the town because he's getting all the balls from Marino. 148 yards out there on the ground or in the air, I'm sure, more or less, shall I say. Let's see how the rest of this game plays out. McGee is going to get it at the backfield. Fumble! Oh, man. Talk about suspense, folks. McGee loses it deep, takes a serious shot to the chest. Let's see how this game pans out. Brewer gets down their quarterback. 2nd and 12. Oliver meets him at the line just for a 2-yard gain. No, they blitzed the quarterback for a 7-yard loss. I think they're probably going to lean on a field goal now. Yep, they're sitting at 4th down, 17 yards. They're going to take their field goal. Where's Tejada? It chips off the upright. 14-3. Well, it's about time they put something on the board at the top of the 3rd quarter. Now you see it. McGee. Well, I'm surprised they even got him returning the ball after that serious fumble. Well, look like he's redeeming himself. 29-yard return. He nearly gets out to the 50. Marino, back to pass. Looked like we went to their moneymaker this time. Going deep. The Fryer, nonetheless. He gets it! He's catching all the balls out there tonight. Fryer 150 yards out in the air. He's caught every single ball Marino has thrown to him. Briar's like he'll take a 3-yard loss on that one. Well, I mean, if you know your guy that's the open one, that's obviously who you're going to throw it to. It's as simple as that. Flanagan gets a ball from Marino, 12-yard gain. Briars catches it. Marino throws his hands up. He knew what time it was as soon as he caught the ball. That's going to be 20-3. I'm going to be really interested to see if this guy gets MVP, because you know what? As it's standing to me, as it's looking, his completion percentage is very good. His receivers are stepping up. MVP elevates his team. MVP status. You know, last season we predicted that the defensive end for the Detroit Lions would get 52 sacks. He ended up getting 63 at the end of the season. But to this year's prediction, we will definitely say that we'll look at Dan Marino leading all quarterbacks in yards and potentially getting MVP honors. Now, the only thing about that is I don't think Tecmo Bowl does MVP. So what we'll do is we'll look at a breakdown of all the quarterbacks, because MVPs are normally established through quarterbacks unless, you know, a defensive player did something magnificently crazy or another position offensively. But we'll look at that as details and we'll break it down at the end of the season. I'll let you guys decide who do you think MVP is. Well, it looks like this game's going on, and I'm telling you, there's not much commentary to do. New York is just trying everything they can. They're barely getting by the scathes of their teeth. They're all over him. He would throw to him. All right, 4th and 8. They're going to punt it. Third quarter. I don't think Jets got much left in the tank. Case puts a deep punt out. Oh, wow, that's going to go straight out of the end zone. Touchback to Malone. You know, there is one thing that needs to be changed. When we look at the the run plays here, we don't have any. Yeah. That's what I want. All right, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Marino back to pass. Pro action. Fryer gets it again. How many yards is that on the night? I believe that's 200. 254 receiving yards. Or 204 receiving yards, I'm sorry. Marino again back to pass. Finds Fryer deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Irving Fryer and Dan Marino, I tell you, these two are like peas and carrots, Cool and Aid, Tech and Mo. I think you get the picture. They obviously know each other, we'll say that. Stoyanovich puts one out real deep again to Waterman, and this time, yet like last time, he's going to take it out of the end zone. This time he gets 8 yards. Last time he had 7. I'm not sure where Jets are really leaning into their identity this year. I never really had any star breakout players. Tejada misses the tackle. 5-yard gain. You know, Jets never really had an identity. You know, it'd be really interesting to see what they decide to do. Oliver stops him. It looked like he'll end up getting the first down. Well, these are pretty much empty calories. There's 4 minutes left on the clock, but I really don't see them putting up 26 points, 27 points. Brewer gets the quarterback down in the backfield. 2nd and 17. I don't see them with any shotguns. I don't think their offensive coordinator is really top tier. And that's why I feel like they'll always suffer. Another sack to the quarterback. They're becoming one-dimensional. The defense is looking at it, especially the coordinator, and you can almost more or less tell what they're going to run. And again, they're not in the shotgun. Worrell back to pass. Oh, that's going to put them at 4th and 28. They're going to obviously go for it. There's not much time left on the clock. They're in the backfield. 4th and 28. And another incomplete pass. Well, that's probably going to say much to these guys. I'm sure they're going to probably just do a jump. See how they get in on this one. That's probably the best field position you can ever ask for. Touchdown. Mark Higgs hops over the line and gets 1 yard due to that stifling defense there. Kind of remind me of the 93 Detroit Lions, you know, last season. Pete Stoyanovich kicks a deep one. Waterman will actually touch this one down. Touchback, put him at the 20. Worrell. Back to pass. Brewer in his face. Pressure. He gets the pass off. It's incomplete. I really do wonder if they will even compete in their division. Oh, Oliver missed it, and Portillo dodged him hard and got 18-yard run. I think Curtis Martin. New York Giants have Curtis Martin right now, and that is a hot running back. I'd imagine that Ingram is him. Worrell takes a 5-yard hit behind the line by Brewer again. Looks like these sacks are coming in and the defense is piling through. Defense is on them again. T. Gallagher. Well, looks like it's 4th and 17. I'm sure they're going for it. Which pass play they're going to do, I'm not sure, but we know it ain't a shotgun. Worrell will always face danger all season unless they get a new offensive coordinator. And he catches it, but he does not get enough yards. 2-minute warning. Miami has the ball. Well, they still got all their starters in. That's the crazy thing. Play action. Marino finds Fryer deep. No surprise there. He's at the line and he waits. Did you see the disrespect by Irving Fryer? 41-3. Dan Marino's arm go up. 300 yards passing tonight from Dan Marino. And like I said, folks, check those predictions. The most passing yards. And what did I say? The most passing yards and the best team in the division? I think, okay. Well, yeah, that's a couple of parts that got to be to it. Oh, my goodness. It looked like the special teams can't hold Waterman down that time. He ends up getting 26-yard return. Marino has to have the most passing yards the best record in his division. And it has to be one other thing for him to get MVP. I have to look into what that would be. But already those two things right there is a pretty good jump off. Quick release. He catches it for a 6-yard loss. I'm not sure where they're going with this. 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They could just sit on it right now. Why even go through this debacle? This is when people can end up getting hurt for no reason. Ooh, deflected. 6 seconds left. Well, it looks like this game will be over. Barring they did get their 3 points. Miami will go home with another W. Don Berman gets the sack, side change, but it's too late. It's over. 21 points in the fourth quarter from Miami. Just a complete and utter onslaught. Marino, 90% completed up passes percentage. Gives him 323 yards total on the night. Fryer got 294 of that 323. And it looks like Miami is really trying to establish a run, but it's just not working for them. 16 yards on the ground. Portillo, that's the talk for these guys. Curtis Martin, 45 yards. All right, so we're going to look at next week what we're going to get into. We can see that they're going to have their bye week. Then we're going to be picking up in week 4, a tough game. Last year's Super Bowl winners, the Buffalo Bills. In Tecmo Throwback years. Currently, the Buffalo Bills is a team Miami's going to have to keep an eye on. They are truly 1-0 right now. And they had played whoever, but they won 37-6. But how can you compare that to 100-6 when you're talking about the Dolphins? Until next time, folks, thank you for watching Tecmo Super Bowl with Bam and Igno.